In 1830 Hudson, New York, Land spotted a West Point colonel on his way home. Through their conversation, he learned about a bizarre case that had occurred at West Point the previous day. To apprehend the perpetrator quickly, the school sought out Land, a formerly renowned detective. After hearing about the situation, Land immediately agreed to help. Due to the urgent nature of the case, they promptly boarded a carriage and set off for the military academy, which wasn't far from Land's home. They arrived at West Point just 10 minutes later. Land's personal circumstances were rather tragic. His wife had died from illness 3 years ago, and his only daughter had recently gone missing. He visited the school's infirmary to see the injured cadet. The school physician quickly described what had happened. The previous night, a cadet had secretly left the school grounds and was found unconscious by the river the following day. What was truly disturbing was that the injured cadet, after being brought back to the academy that same evening, had been harmed again. After hearing the details, Land fell into deep thought. He began examining the cadet's body for clues. Judging from the marks, the cadet had put up a fierce struggle before being injured. There was a wound on the back of his head clearly. The cadet had been deliberately knocked unconscious outside the school. However, this couldn't explain the injuries the cadet sustained after returning to the academy. If the perpetrator's goal was to make the cadet suffer, why hadn't they continued their assault outside the school? With these questions in mind, Land continued examining the cadet's body. The wounds were quite unusual. When they opened the cadet's tightly clenched fist, they discovered a torn piece of paper. Afterward, Land visited the scene of the incident and questioned the person who had found the injured cadet. However, the information he received offered little value, leaving him perplexed. The mysterious case remained unsolved, causing great anxiety among all the academy's cadets. Land tracked down the cadet who had been assigned to guard the infirmary that day. He asked about the details before the injured cadet was harmed again. The guard explained that he had been assigned to watch through the night, but a military officer had relieved him of his duty in the middle of the night. When Land asked for the officer's name and appearance, the cadet admitted that due to the darkness, he hadn't clearly seen the officer's face. He only remembered that the officer's left shoulder patch had no stripes. After completing a day of investigation, Land went to a nearby restaurant to unwind. The proprietress was a friend of his, and she suggested he speak with Alan, a West Point cadet who frequently dined there. As a cadet at the same military academy, Alan had heard some rumors about the case,